Hi Geminis, and welcome to your September 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all doing really well. Let's get into September for you. September 2022 intuitively for Gemini. I think that by the time we get to Libra season, getting towards the end of the month, that you have a very changed world on your hands, that you are maybe resourceful in a new way or called to become more resourceful. That's the main word that I've been getting as I was meditating for your sign before the reading, is resourceful, and being able to really know what you want and be resourceful enough to achieve that maybe in a different way than you expected. I feel that there's a different path for Geminis opening up in September. I think that it's very, very beneficial to get a little bit more flexible with how you can get from point A to point B instead of being so caught up with like one track mind or like X plus X equals Y, where I want to be. Like these formulas that are perhaps too strict or too overwhelming become very discouraging in September. Also, it's important as you're moving through this month to get more aware of what's not feeling good anymore. So even things that used to feel really good to you, things that used to feel really right, things that used to be maybe a pinnacle of your own expression could start to take on a shadow tone here. So I definitely see certain positive constructs of the past moving into shadow if you're not careful, basically because of an overfocus or because of a way that you've grown perhaps out of what used to fit you. So there's a different fit coming in, along with a need to more resourcefully move towards your next goals rather than being so rigid in a certain momentum. So rigidity is a big threat right now, and anything that you can do to become more flexible, to become more adaptable, and to become more resourceful will be the way forward, rather than just filling old rigid motions, okay? I feel, again, that by Libra season, by about the 21st of September, you're going to be stepping into a paradigm that's going to see you being much lighter, being much less heavy about what you are going through, and being way more trusting in the universal momentum, or way more trusting in the wieldiness of your life rather than perhaps the glamour or the flaunting of certain heavier status, prestige-oriented things. So I definitely see more of a minimalism coming in for you. And I see also that you can like pretty much hit like the emergency stop here as well when it comes to unnecessary acquisitions, when it comes to expansions that lead you to being anchored in a way that you don't want to be. And you can even start giving away stuff in September, or you can start reducing or depreciating certain things so that you actually have the energetic resources to do what you actually want to do. There's a big thing about, what do you actually want to do? Does the heaviness of your current trajectory support that? If it doesn't, there needs to be a reduction. It's a very reductionist time for you. Okay, the Five of Wands reversed, the Page of Cups reversed, the Hanged Man, the Four of Cups. There's a feeling of something falling out of favor. There's the feeling also of not feeling emotionally justified or emotionally seen in a certain situation in the way that you used to be. So it's basically growth, It's not forcing old things that used to work now if they don't. Not forcing anything, okay? Being open to a new way, being open to a new format, being open to an update or upgrade of some kind to make you feel happier or just more easy with your momentum. Because I feel that there's something of like, I don't know, I think there's an expression like snake caught in a lawnmower or something energy that we don't want to see any longer. It's very Saturn-Uranus square, right? And we want to see you having something much less conflicted now. Your only major arcana card, or I'm sorry, you have two, the Justice card and the Hanged Man, indicates a time of pause and rebalancing. Interesting to see the Justice card coming up so much as we move into Libra season. I think that this Libra season is going to be a major time of deliberation, I talked a lot about that in the North Node, South Node change video that we had, where North Node went into Taurus. You can check my channel, where I talked about how there's going to be a big time of deliberation between July 2022 and January 2023. And then at that point in time, there's a judgment, or there is a choice to move through a certain gate by then. So you're getting to that next level of deliberation, and you're needing an easy, happy, calm, sober vibe in order to deliberate well. On that note, Geminis, let's talk about your week to week in September. Week number 1, the Page of Cups reversed, rooted down by the Justice card. Something is not just about your current emotional setting. Something is too taxing, too hard. This could be like, it's not so much burnout, but it's kind of like apathy as a result of having put too much into something, or as a result of having to strive too hard. So definitely look at any type of striving, any type of a forceful kind of goal-oriented behavior, or overly motivational contexts that have actually led you to be drained, or led you to become very sapped within a certain context. There's a rebalancing coming in the first week, and all through the month of September, where you get to actually take a few things off your plate and add other things. So you are, and everything is right now, everything from like businesses to families to individual, even like diets and things like that, I feel are in a stage of complete reworking or rebalancing. So what a wonderful opportunity to follow through on your feelings. Okay, Page of Cups reversed. I don't feel emotionally seen. I don't feel like I can be emotionally transparent with people. I don't feel like I'm in the right place. I feel like I'm in the wrong industry or in the wrong sector. This is the perfect time, fourth quarter of 2022, and even the first quarter of 2023. It's the perfect time to start to change that stuff, or to fit in somewhere, or enter into an open door that actually makes sense for you, and that gets you out of the reversal with your feelings. Week number 2, you have the Queen of Pentacles rooted down by the Five of Swords reversed. Nature instead of competition. Okay, there's something too competitive, or you could even be having people trying to compete with you, and you're like, this isn't even a competition. What's going on? Five of Swords reversed, means that somebody is trying to turn something into a competition that doesn't have to be. But it can also be like choosing not to do that, or choosing to actually be kind instead of being, upset, or being resentful. Okay. There's some type of transcending of resent, some type of transcending also of unfairness. Also, for those of you who have like been trying to get justice in like a legal way, or you've had some type of like court case, or are trying to actually perhaps, receive some type of compensation, I do feel that that could come through during this time, or that you could perhaps have something actually be done in your favor if you've been taken advantage of, or if you've been wrong done by, okay, with the Justice card and the Five of Wands reversed coming up together. Also, really watch out for doing anybody else wrong, because I feel like justice could come really quick. It's a very karmic time for your sign in general. Week number 3, the Queen of Wands rooted down by the Page of Pentacles. Okay, that's better. That looks more happy to me. Again, you've just really got to get to Libra season. I think the Virgo season is a little bit wild for you, because Mercury, your ruling planet, is retrograde in your co-ruler sign, Virgo, the sign that co-rules Mercury. So it could be very mentally challenging in the first 2 weeks of September, and even through the rest of the month, but especially then. By the third week, though, you have a better opportunity for happiness in what you're creating, and just great creative ability. Page of Pentacles is like planting seeds. Queen of Wands is about creative fulfillment and about self-expression that is 100% authentic and your own. So you could be making like a business of self-expression, something relating to style, fashion, or even social media, some type of expression of your creative capacity. Or you could be becoming a teacher, or stepping into a teaching role as well. Both of those are kind of like that. So wonderful time to plant seeds in the third week. Also, that's the equinox, the fall equinox here in the Northern Hemisphere. So it's a great time to plant in general, and to start also harvesting, right, in the Northern Hemisphere, or, having a harvest come through of a different kind. Week number 4, the Hanged Man rooted down by the Four of Cups. Okay, solitude. So the Four of Cups is kind of like a minor arcana Hanged Man and a minor arcana Hermit card. You have to go back to yourself, or there's a question that only you can answer. You might be trying to rely on other people to answer certain questions for you, or you might be trying to redefine who you are. And that's actually a very intense kind of self-redefinition energy combination. To me, it suggests that you might not have been super happy with the way that some of your relationships or projects turned out. And maybe you're now asking the question of like, how did I attract that? What was I expressing or what was I exhibiting that led me to connect to those things? Because that was really freaky. So that could be happening in the fourth week. And I think that you also are really getting a clear idea by the fourth week of September, like how you want to be in the future or what you want your life to consist of in the future. And you might have like a windfall of resources or a windfall of something about resources, resourcefulness, that actually enables you to live the way you want to live and not have to be supporting something or outputting something that isn't authentic to you in order to get by. That's a big transcending point, not just for your sign, but especially for your sign. But for everybody, that's a big thing right now. Like, can you, instead of, I don't know, being inauthentic to yourself and selling your authenticity for a certain kind of conventional path, can you be on that path in a more resourceful way and still reclaim the part of you that you understand is more universal now or is more wholesomely authentic? Let's talk about that in your extended reading, Gemini. I will get a central theme and two supporting themes. I want to understand more about this change in expression and this identity crisis, I suppose, that we're all going through, or that many are going through. I will also talk about getting to a greater feeling of emotional balance and achieving more general balance as well, with the Justice card coming up. So that will be linked below and in the center of your screen. Thank you, Geminis. I hope you have a wonderful September, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.